A Flimsy Lunch Tray here, and welcome to World of Warships in the Friday edition video. As in the poll, at least the last time I checked, I didn't double check before I started recording, the Huron was the leader in the poll by a decent margin. So hopefully things have not changed, and so we are featuring the Huron today. It's the Tier VII Royal Canadian Warship Destroyer. And she was available from the Puerto Rico dockyard. She was unlockable in one of the shipbuilding phases. And so I've played around with the ship a little bit, not very much. But she feels very similar to the HMS Cossack, if you are familiar with that. The British Tier 8 Premium Destroyer at Tier 8. So I just want to make a quick comparison there, and then we're going to go into battle. How are they like similar in that sense? Their maneuverability, super similar, like 2.9 seconds for Cossack, 3 seconds here for the Huron. The guns are relatively similar. The difference being is that you do not get 4 guns, or I should say 4 turrets, 8 guns, but you get 3 turrets, 6 guns. And basically they swapped it out for a secondary gun. So you actually have a secondary gun here on the Huron, which is actually, I think, rather hysterical. It's a 102mm gun with a 4.2 kilometer maximum range and a 3-second reload time. So I don't know, but I'm imagining at some point we'll probably see someone on YouTube get a secondary kill with this ship, which I think would be funny. So you have less firepower at Tier 7. Your health pool is almost the exact same. So 18,150 here in Huron. The Cossack has 18,000. So even when I switch between the ships, you can see that they are like super similar. Like if you just like pay attention to how the ship is structured and in particular the smokestacks, you can see it's almost a copy pasta. There's some minor cosmetic differences, but otherwise they pretty much the same ship. The concealment is also going to be different. So here it's 6.2 on the Huron. The Cossack is 5.5 if I'm not mistaken. You're also going to get a better AA on the Huron, which the Cossack is actually kind of a meme for having poor AA. It's just 2.5 kilometer. But here on the Huron, you have 5.8. And so basically, I think the historicalness of the ship, they gave up one of the turrets to have additional AA, enhanced AA firepower. But when you're looking at the WoW's wiki, the ship is noted for weak AA. So if you're familiar with playing the HMS Cossack, then the Huron's going to feel pretty similar. So you get permanent camouflage, and I actually didn't put my Jolly Roger. And talk like a pirate day. Those are the flags I like to run. But here you can see what I'm running in terms of the combat apparatus. We're actually going to take this. You do not get the British smokes like the Cossack does. What you get in exchange is a heal, and you get a somewhat similar hydroacoustic search, 3 kilometer detection range of torpedoes, 4 kilometers for ships, and here on the Cossack it is 3 kilometer all around. So you get a slightly better hydro. So a lot of things are just all around similar here with the Huron. So I'll have this the 10-point commander for this ship, and I'll do an upgrade commander build on tomorrow. So I just didn't have another commander trained up for this since I think, is this a newer Commonwealth? What, they don't even list it in the tech tree yet? Interesting. So yeah. So let's just go ahead and go into battle. And I'll talk about the ship more in detail. Alright, so we finally managed to drop into a battle after waiting almost 2 minutes. So my approach when playing, let's see, we are top tier. Wow, okay. Talk about being lucky. Are we the 2 Tier 7s? So there's no radar. Next thing I'm looking for is CV. They have a CV. So I have to be mindful of the spotting, and we have 1 submarine. Okay, so we're just gonna work down on this flank because we are here in standard battle. Sorry, I'm repositioning the microphone. Since we are here on Haven standard battle, let's see, we have a Mitsu and a West Virginia back behind us, and our CV looks like he's gonna go down here in spot. So just trying to take in all the information we can that's helpful right now. These guns. Let's talk about these guns. Right now I have reload time at 4.2 seconds. 5.5% chance of causing fire on a target, so it's alright. The gunfire range is 12.3 kilometer. Even when I begin to play a little bit with the ship here, it feels pretty similar to me to Cossack, except, you know, Cossack has a slightly faster rotor shift. And you have to keep in mind that the difference here with Huron is that most of your firepower is in the front of the ship, versus, you know, with the Cossack, you know, 2 guns front, 2 guns in the back. So I'm just going to keep drawing a lot of parallels. Your torpedoes, you also get quad torpedoes. They don't reload as fast, but you can single launch or widespread. I kind of like going for single spread when possible. Okay, just got lit with RPF. Is that because our sub just dived? No, he's been down. Leningrad. Alright, we're gonna hit the engine boost here.
Engine boost activated.
One of the things you don't have here is the nice smoke screens, but we can use our rudder to try to kind of disengage a little bit, help avoid some of the incoming fire. He's turning away. I'm going to kill the throttle. Oh, I might have stopped into that. I did. I'm kind of surprised he kept shooting. I'm actually going to just start going for this guy. So we have the range.
Torpedoes to start.
I'm not going to use the heal yet. Let's see if we can't pick up that Murmansk again, so our team can finish him.
Attention, reporting the target position.
I'm pretty sure that was a mistake, Mr. Murmansk. Though I don't want to leave our Mitsu too far alone. Let's see if we can get him to shoot. Oh, that looks good. Yep, there you go. Alright, now we'll go ahead and pop Hydro. And I'm going to lean more back towards our Mitsu somewhat.
Engine boost deactivated.
One of the things that you do with this ship, sorry I wasn't talking much, I was concentrating, is since you have this Hydro, you want to use it to help your teammates out, right? You know, Mitsu being a battleship, you know, it's easy. This Leningrad might try to come up around, launch some torpedoes. Yep, just like that. So that's why we come back this way, just in case. Worst might be a worst case scenario. So it looks like he's going to try to rush. Scroll out one. Good. Takes minimal damage, if none at all. So we help our friends. We're a destroyer. We like to help our guys out because he's helping me out, right? So I want to help keep him alive. Okay, so now we need to push in, try to help more of this guy out. He shouldn't have any issues now for a bit. Yeah, these torpedoes. The range on these torpedoes is 8 kilometers. So a little bit shorter range than the Cossack's 10-kilometer torpedoes. This ship does have one of the things I think I've mentioned this earlier, but because like even though historically the ship had more enhanced AA, but here in the game it still has weak AA, even at the cost of giving up a turret, so then I can get a secondary turret, question mark. Because there's not only, I think I can count in one hand how many destroyers in the game have a secondary turret on them, like 3, 4, including this one. I'd rather have that additional turret to increase my firepower versus having this secondary gun, but it is what it is. So one of the things they do also with that is they give you a little bit more of a robust health pool, which is nice. So you can think of this probably a little bit more of a gunboat per se in comparison to something like the Cossack. The Cossack has, you know, that really good, those really good guns. It has really good concealment at tier 5. So you can really draw in close. I mean, here our concealment's not bad, but it's like 6'2". Well, I can't see right now because I fired guns. So you're kind of utilizing more of a gunboat hybrid style here, I would say, because of having a heal. Yeah, it's a pretty range. I'm wondering, we're going to use a heal now. Don't want to take too much of this thing. Probably be better if I had a little bit more range. It's a little too close. Now we'll go ahead and use the repair party. We'll pop the engine boost. And we're gonna slide out this way. One of the things Cossacks really do good at is kind of like doing the swiggling back and forth. Now I'm a little surprised that the Mitsu didn't continue coming out here, because that would have prevented the Marblehead from doing what he just did. But because we're farther away now, I'm going to toy with him a little bit more. Because if he wants to shoot at me, he's going to have to either angle farther that way, show more broadside, or he could switch over this way. The torque prediction was good, just not enough range. We're not going to use our heal. We want to go ahead and have a little bit of additional adrenaline rush kicking in. See, why would you go that way? This is a bit of a slaughter. I guess I'll probably play another game because this one's going to end pretty shortly. I was thinking maybe I'd only do one match today, but this match seems to be going pretty quickly. Ooh, hello. We are definitely going to be shooting you. So, what is it, Superintendent, to get an additional heal, hydro, engine boost, I say is definitely worth it for 13-point commander. I'm trying to aim a little bit lower. I'm trying to prevent the shots from landing on the flight deck because they usually just shatter when that happens. So I'm trying to hit more of this side of his hull. And now you get to see this incredible AA at work. Granted, he's tier 6 CV, so that's going to help us out. So we're going to nose in towards his attack craft. Present the smallest target as possible. Now, I don't really want to get on his side. I'd rather get more on his bow. because of him having secondaries. If you take the CV more from the front, you're going to have better chances. Alright, we're going to top the heel. He's doing something like that. So we're going to turn away, because he's bringing torpedo bombers towards us. Not like they're a huge threat or anything. Let me have it. Let me have it. Yeah. Well, that's a good screenshot. Yeah. Team did good. Matchmaking bias. Alright, let's go ahead and drop for another one. I think I wrestle. Maybe you guys can give me your feedback and input. But I wrestle sometimes like, oh, maybe 2 battles helps give you a better grasp of this ship I'm trying to feature on Fridays. Other times I'm like, should I only do 1 battle? Is 2 battles too much? Because sometimes I can make the videos really long. So please let me know in the comments if you are preferring a 1 battle feature for the Friday highlight or a 2 battle feature highlight. I guess when this battle is a little bit more shorter, I don't know. In my mind, I feel like maybe you didn't get to quite see more what the ship is capable of. So if I feel like whatever the ship's, the weaknesses, strengths get all featured in 1 battle, then of course, I could take that as being happy, but it just felt like, didn't feel like we did necessarily a whole lot that match. Our team was a little too strong. Okay, we are back, and this time, of course, we're not top tier, we are absolutely bottom tiered. So you get to see, what does it look like to play Huron at bottom tier. So first we're going to look for radar here. But Indianapolis has, what was it, 7.5? Kronstadt? Okay, no CV, no sub. We'll go ahead and turn our AA off. And even though there's no CV around right now, I want my AA off in case, let's say, I'm trying to come around an island on a cruiser or battleship and they decide to launch spotter plane, and then I get detected that way. So that's why I want to have it off. I don't want them to know where I am till I make myself known. But we have a Fletcher and a Z23. Wow, okay, so this is interesting. So this matchmaking has been getting a little more funky lately, I feel like. So Tier 8, Tier 9 Destroyer versus Tier 7 Destroyer. But then they switch it off with giving us an additional quote-unquote destroyer, probably Emilio, Tier 9, Weimar. So they're going to switch some things up here, yeah. And they give us a rune. Wow. They can even balance the ship class type. Okay. Well, we are going to take things nice and slow. Now, I could run into C and utilize this island, utilize my hydro, but I don't know yet. I kind of want to know some more information about what's over here, because I could commit myself to there and then they could rush, and I'm not going to be able to sustain myself in that type of fight. So we need to know what's happening over here first before we step on the cap. Okay, this is Indianapolis, so we know he's on Bravo. It's good. I'm RPF'd. Okay, so he's just stepped on the cap. Yep, there's Kronstadt. Just the Duncan. Let's dump Torp Spout there, because usually they come right back in behind this island. So we're going to take our time. One of the biggest things when you're playing a destroyer in general is if you die in the first half of the battle, like, it's really negatively impacts your team. When you can utilize a little bit more of your life in the last half of the match, it's really impactful. Okay, we're going to engine boost because I want to get behind this island because of the Kronstadt. So we're going to use that propulsion to duck that. So that's why I was still going away, because he was lit and I was just waiting for him to pop that radar. I wanted him to get it out of his system. So, ooh. So, we've got the radar out. We are actually weak on this flank. There's 6 ships on this flank, and there's only 3 of us here. Or actually 7. We are weak at sea. Let's just kite/play defense. So, it's important to know, right? So, I could easily get swarmed and overwhelmed if I had pushed into there. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, so it's Z23. Another reason why I didn't want to step on the cap is I wanted to know where the Z23 was, because he has a better hydro than I have. And I could just get dumpstered because of him having a better hydro than what I have. Okay, I used my hydro for the Amagi. So he should know those are coming, right? I mean, I kind of really want these torps to be 10 kilometers, but I mean, I get it. It's tier 7. So I am RPF'd. He might be mistaken that he thinks he's RPFing the Amagi. Okay, they are doing what I want them to do. Yep, there he is.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
That's exactly what we were waiting for. Alright, we're gonna turn out a bit. He's the only one. As soon as I go dark from him when he goes under smoke, we shouldn't be spotted anymore. He's still going forward, so. Oh, or the Duncan could just step out. Alright, let's use that rudder shift. Okay, we're only gonna eat 1. We'll go ahead and use the here. Oh no, my secondary armament was destroyed. Let's go and speed juke. Go cut the throttle here. We'll investigate this secondary gun being destroyed. Total weakness here on the ship. Oh, look at that. He's toast. So we force the Amagi away. I really would like to get more within torpedo range, so. It's a little bit of a battle of attrition. We're gonna utilize our heal. I'm gonna ask him to keep getting back. Okay, you guys really need to get A.
Many thanks.
Because
Torpedoes to port.
yeah, I don't think Samagi's long for the world. We'll go ahead and dump another torpedo set. I'm more thinking a Z23. Maybe he might catch it. So I'm just trying to screen for the Amagi right now. So that's why I came back up a little bit more this way. You guys need to push A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 ships here. So I'm trying to get the team to... There's this invisible barrier at A that prevents teams from pushing through. So, yeah, he's about to go down. Bye-bye. Now I'm trying to be mindful that I don't get caught too far behind here. Although it's frustrating to deal with the Kronstadt radar. Yep, there it is. So we're going to turn out, present as small as target as possible. There we go. Duncan didn't shoot us. I think Kronstadt will be able to get another salvo off, but then I'm going to cut the throttle. So then he'll shoot over us, is the hope. Or rather accurate. We're going to put that out. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We haven't done much gun action. We're going to get this island between us and the Kronstadt. And Duncan just fired. They know we're already over here, but I'm gonna try to harass this Duncan a little bit. So if he does go turn guns on me, I can just step behind the island. That's the goal. Okay, well, he doesn't really seem to be too mindful. Just letting us continue to shoot him. I feel like he's gonna turn in, so I'm gonna... Yeah, he's turning his guns this way now. And we just go behind the island. So we have Z-23s nearby. Look at that, turned in. Called it. This rune really needs to back off, I think. And I don't know if I have the alpha on these torpedoes to YOLO the Duncan. He needs to be weaker for me to do that. Okay, this rune's really pushing his luck here. We're gonna open up as soon as the Duncan fires. So we need to focus this guy down. Ooh, Amalfi. I could get slapped by him. So I'm free looking right now. The rune kind of overstayed his welcome. But they're not really focusing this rune, which is interesting. Alright, we're gonna turn out so I don't eat a salvo from the Amalfi. I want to present as small as targets possible to him. Because one of the things I was considering of doing, yeah, that's right, that's why we kill all throttle, is going around this island and yellowing him from the side. But he also has torpedoes too. Oh, he's trying to get in behind the island. He wants to go dark so he can heal. Oh, he already got his heal off. Gosh dang it. Oh, we need to hang on. Z-23's over there. This guy's getting really sick of us. Yeah, he's got that massive heal. I wonder if I go dark when he goes behind the island. Yes. Alright, we'll go ahead and use the heal now.
Problem solved, sir.
Did the Duncan ground? Yeah, we're gonna push up. Oh, New Orleans, bro, don't do it. Cleveland, no, don't do it. Look out. Okay, well, he doesn't have his heal now, so he might even die before I get a chance to chime in. Unless he rams island again. Yep. Although it looks like he's burning. They had a couple of weak ships. I don't want to pop my hydro because I don't want him to know I'm coming. But he might die before I even get up around here. Okay, I got to Z-23. Maybe I should have gone up between the islands. I might show too much of myself here. Let's hug this island as close as possible. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go ahead and spook him. I don't think he can stop in time. No! Musashi! Let's go! Watch out for his secondaries. Oh, fuck. Don't look at me, Amalfi. This is why you take survivability expert. Let's just be clear about that, okay? Yeah, I thought it was wise to go ahead and pop the hydro because I could have come all the way around and then he's just not there, and just having that information in advance was helpful. So unfortunately we didn't get all the torps on him, but so you just gotta play safe. And we're gonna keep spotting this Amalfi, but I think he's about to die here.
Capture that area.
I have faith in Musashi. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's spot this Kronstadt. I will spot Kronstadt. I'm not pretty sure I spelled his name wrong. He is over there. So I could, let's see if I can bait his radar. Nope, he's going. Probably a little aggressive by a Shiratsuyu just to go for the cap. Because things are not settled with Mr. Kronstadt yet. Looks like he ate a torp too. Just jump with the gun just a little bit. But out of sight, out of mind for us to be able to step on the sea. This Roman doesn't seem like he's doing a whole lot.
Engine boost.
Yeah, it was a misplay with me on the Duncan because I didn't process in my mind he can just swing like he did and get his front turrets off of me. That's why I panicked and like jumped the engine boost. So I would have tried to get behind the island before he just slapped me so hard like that. So
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Kronstadt's he's a bit tanky. I don't know if I can chime in here or not. Oh, he's got shoot. He's got the Russian unique commander. Gotta put the Kronstadt down. Okay.
That's how it's done.
The destroyers are thankful.
I owe you one.
So we're just drawing closer on this Roma. I'll probably try to use this island, see if we can't shoot him for free. Because with this much health, I cannot risk dying. I mean, yeah, our team, we're like about to win kind of thing, but look at the health pool of our remaining guys, and we just lost to Johann DeWitt, so it's not wise for me to just go ahead and simply open up and die, in case Roma did manage to kill Johann DeWitt and Shiratsuyu, make things more difficult. So we are simply going to play a more passive role, and we're going to turn and get more of our guns off here. So our goal is just to harass him, try to set some fires. Maybe we could distract him because he's got a destroyer on his flank shooting him, and he's worried that torpedoes are coming, and Huron's a new ship, so maybe he doesn't know what the range of these torps are. He seems to be sailing pretty straight lines so far. I'm trying to go for his superstructure region. He's coming a little bit in. I think those shots are a little high. Let's go ahead and get more behind the island here. Apparently a little difficult to land these shots. There we go. Musashi Kraken. He was doing a good job. He was being that anchor back there, so So 57,000 damage, 145 target hits with 2 fires, 2 torp hits. Solo cap. Definitely gonna compliment these guys. See, the torps did 21,000 damage and what they had like 16k alpha. So to take torpedo reduction, the belt armor on the Duncan into account. So yeah, so that is the Huron. So we're going to cap the video there. So I hope you appreciated this video and featuring this ship. If you have HMS Cossack already, she has a really similar playstyle. Just know that she does not get the smokes. Her hydro's a little bit better. She has less firepower. She's got the heal though. So you kind of utilize more of a hybrid to gunboat style per se with the Huron. But we'll talk about ship more in depth tomorrow in an upgrade and commander build video. So if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you're subscribed, thanks so much. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.